Hi everyone, it's Jackie Williams, and today I want to share with you just a quick, easy idea that one of my team members shared with me for using your 6x6 printed papers to make some easy cards. So let me show you. Some of our beautiful papers come in the 6x6 size, and sometimes it can be hard to know what to do with those. So I'm starting with a piece of 6x6 paper. And this is actually from a 12 by 12 inch pack, but I've cut it down to 6 by 6 inches. And this was an idea shown to me by one of my team members. However, she did tell me that she saw it somewhere, but didn't know where. And so I don't really know who to give credit to, but we will share the idea. So basically, it doesn't really matter what measurement you start with, but I'm going to use a 1.5 inch measurement. So the 1.5 inch is here, and then this little white section on the trimmer is also 1.5 inches. So I'm going to put one corner of my 6x6, sorry, you probably can't see that, one corner at the edge of that 1.5 inch section, and the other corner at the 1.5 inch mark. So you're going to be having it kind of at a diagonal on your trimmer. Okay, and then I'm going to cut from there. Then I'm going to hold these together and just do the same thing on the opposite set of corners. You could do them separately, but I found it was just easier to cut these at the same time, and then you were sure that the measurements would be the same. So then I'm going to cut them there. All right, then you're going to end up with these four very odd looking pieces. Because this is a directional print, I am going to show you how to make use of that. It took some working out that probably would be obvious to someone else, but took me a little bit of time to work out. But I'm going to use this one to start. And I'm going to use a piece of gray granite, which is the size of a card front. So where I live in New Zealand, that would be approximately 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. And I'm just going to adhere this piece up here in the corner and making sure that I've got the print where the paw prints and the food bowls are going upright. Okay, just adhere that up in the corner. I'm going to first show you just a really basic, easy version, and then I'm going to show you some finished samples of things that I did that I kind of switched them up a little bit. So you'll get a few ideas on how you can use this. And then at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stamp some words just in case I need to adjust anything. So I can't really see. And I'll put the Let's Celebrate You. Now this one is not from the stamp set that goes with these papers, only because I don't actually own it, but I pulled out some words from the Itty Bitty Birthdays, which are just a whole stamp set that is full of birthday words, different sizes, different fonts, different, some of them are wider, some of them are longer. So a great little set to have in your stash. Now I decided that I was going to use the dog punch with this because it has bowls and dog bones, and cats don't really chew on bones and they don't really eat out of dishes like that. Cats prefer to eat out of a plate, so that's more of a dog print. But I am going to add a big red heart to this. So I have just used the Stitched Hearts dies, and I have embossed that with, I actually am forgetting the name, but it's an embossing folder that's just, obviously, as you can see, it's just stitching, and I thought it was really cute. So I can see that it's going to kind of hang off the edge a little bit, but that won't matter too much. And then I have my dog ready. So I've already punched him out of black and gone ahead and tied a little bow on him using the Pampered Pets ribbon and twine bundle. So you've got some red ribbon and the black and white twine, as you can see. So it matches perfectly with those papers. And just going to put, oopsies, he He's stuck where I didn't want him to. So let's decide if we like him here or here. I think I'm liking him here. Liking him here. And then also in that suite, it seems like I have the entire suite except for the stamps now that I'm saying these things out loud. You get some trinkets that have little tiny dog bones or little tiny hearts. So we'll put the little bone on the dog. And I have my very last glue dot on this roll I got ready for you. Now you could tie this and incorporate it into the bow, but you don't have to. I've just put a little glue dot on there, and I'm just going to slip this underneath so that little loop is kind of under that bow. So it looks like it's tied on, but it actually isn't. So maybe that's a little tip that will save you some frustration when tying things on your project, especially tiny little things like that. You can just sort of fake it. And then I've just got a piece of Whisper White card base that I'll use to put this on. And I'm using the new Stamp and Seal. This is actually the Seal Plus. I actually am really liking both of them. And we'll just put that on a piece of white. And for the inside of my card, I will stamp birthday wishes. And I think I'll put it down here just for something a little different. And you may have noticed on that dog punch, you also have a little heart. So after I'd cut out these, I had a little bit of excess real red cardstock. So I just punched out a few little hearts. And you can just put that heart wherever you would like that to go. So the concept that I wanted you to your takeaway was how you could cut your square designer series papers, your 6x6s, and get these different little shapes that you could use to make cards. Now you could also do this on, say, a 12x12 and use it for a larger project like a scrapbook page. So I want to show you a few other examples to get your creativity going as well. So this is the original sample that my team member Michelle gave me. So she's used the glitter rainbow paper, which is really great because then you don't have a print that has an up and a down or a sideways. It's just color. And you've got multiple colors in there, so you can then have an image that's solid color or brings out all the colors. And she's chosen to use, I've used a full card size, and she's chosen to use the little Whisper White note cards and envelopes. So that makes the project even quicker and easier. Now I'll show you the other ones I was playing with today. So this is the first one that I did. So I kept it really, really straightforward. Just the designer series paper, real red, the stamp, and the punch with a little bit of twine and the trinkets. And you'll notice that when you cut your paper that way, if you have a directional one, you're going to have one going up, one going down, one going left, and one going right. So then I thought for the one that was going down, I would just move this little piece. I don't even know what that shape is called, that little designer series paper piece. I would just move it to the bottom so that the paw prints were going up, but still kept it very simple, although I changed it to a gray granite matte because I felt the red was, well, I don't know. It's just something different. It's not that I don't like it. I just wanted to try something different. And then I did add a little bit of embossing onto the kitty cat with the subtle folder. And then I stepped it up again. This time I put on the piece of paper, stamped, and then I embossed that whole piece with the subtle folder. And you see I've got the paws going sideways, but I actually didn't think it looked strange to have them going sideways, so that could work as well. And then I added the heart with the stitched embossing again, and also then added some real red rhinestones. So just kind of every time we're stepping up it a little bit more. And then with the fourth one, I actually turned my brain on and worked out that if you've got the prints going sideways, well, you could just turn the card this way and then the prints going up. So that's just another a way you can do it, is just rotate the card and still get your print going in a direction that doesn't look wrong. And then I decided to use the dog on this one. So it's the same as before, just wanted to show you that you can rotate those and And then of course, don't forget to change the stamping on the inside so that it's going the right direction as well. So I hope that you can maybe pull out some of your 6x6s or your 12x12s if you want to do some scrapbooking or something bigger, and give this little cut a try and see what you can create. So, and don't forget, also July is bonus day, so any order of $110, you get $11 back to spend on an order in August. So take advantage of that if you have some things on your wish list. And thanks for watching. This is Jackie Williams. Bye-bye.